Hello, this is your week 9 hometown date Bachelorette recap, and it looks like I'm coming to you from the dark because someone was using the studio at work, so there's no good lighting, there's no chart, there's no soundproof booth, and it's dark as hell in here because it's absolutely storming outside, lightning struck, and I have no power. Last year during the hurricane, everyone in the area lost power, not me. Today, rainstorm, no power. But anyway, let's push through. Hometown dates are usually my most favorite episode of the season, and this season 15 with Hannah is no exception. Oh my god, it was a 2-hour episode like normal, and it had content all the way through, like 4 different dates and different storylines and actual conversations. It was like a breath of freaking fresh air this season when the producers have decided to take storylines and just drag them out. So here we go. Date number 1 went to Peter the Pilot, my absolute favorite. I have not had anything negative to say about him this entire season until last night. He did the first thing that even whiffed of douchiness. When he introduced Hannah to his car, he was like, oh, this is my baby, and it's this black Mercedes, which I get. He loves it. He's proud of it. But that was the only time when I was like, I could have done without that. But don't you worry, because instant karma hit. As soon as Hannah got in that bad boy, she starts rooting around in his console and finds a condom, which I thought was hilarious and is very like real life situation. Peter was thoroughly embarrassed, so there you go. Then he outdoes his own Mercedes by taking Hannah up, of course, in an airplane, because after all, he is Peter the Pilot. He flies her over the bachelor mansion, over his home, and then she gets to meet his parents. They are absolutely adorable. The family's super emotional. They're teary-eyed, which I come from a crying family, so I totally get that. I thought it was endearing. They do this embarrassing German cheer chant thing before they eat a Cuban meal, which was hilarious, but it's super, super clear that they love Peter, really supportive of him and this journey. And funny, I say the word journey. He said the word journey, I don't know, 7 times on their date. Anyway, ends with an awesome kiss. Then she goes to Jupiter, Florida with Tyler C. And so he shows her around Jupiter, Florida. They go back to the house to meet the family. Family's awesome, super supportive. And Hannah's only concern was if Tyler was truly ready to be engaged. And the brothers stepped up and said when the father got sick, Tyler C. really stepped in, took care of the family business, took care of the house and the mom, while his dad was recovering, and they really felt like he matured right then and there, and he was there for when his family needed him. So Tyler C., boom, bang, amazing. He just needs to loosen those pants up a little bit. Yikes. Next date, Luke P. They go to Gainesville, Georgia. I have a little bit of a problem with this scene. I am a Christian. I was raised in a Christian household. We did church several nights a week. We believe in the Holy Spirit, laying hands, all of that. I don't like the way the show makes fun of and or exploits Luke P's faith. I like the fact that they're showing it, but I feel like they put him in extreme situations to where they can make fun of his beliefs. And I feel like starting the date out at a youth group or Sunday school when they're all laying hands on them is a little bit extreme for Hannah to be thrown into that. And it just came off very phony, very fake, especially since Luke felt the need to tell his testimony again of how he was saved in the shower. He's already told Hannah. We've already heard it on the show a bunch of times. And if these are your people that you have Sunday school with, I'm pretty sure they've heard your story, so it just seemed very set up, very fake. That's my complaint there. After that, it is a Luke P. love fest. Everybody there in that small town, including, of course, his family, is huge fans. Think Luke hung the moon. Hannah admits to the camera that she is falling in love with Luke, which I just don't get it. Forget the religion, forget the sports, forget the body. He has crazy eyes going on there. You just know something weird is going on behind him, and I just don't get the vibe. I don't like it. But then again, I don't have to live with him the rest of my life, so whatever. The last and final date was Jed. Jed shows her around Knoxville, not Nashville, even though he wants to be a singer-songwriter. So of course, where do they go? The music studio. They write a song together. Neither of them can sing. It was super awkward. His music career has to make another appearance. It was super annoying. But the best part about Jed's date, his family. They could not have been more cold and unwelcoming to Hannah if they tried. There was a family cookout. Grandparents were there. Parents were there. Sister Lily was there. Shout out to Lily. She was freaking the ice queen. But the mom was passive aggressive. She was like, to everything. Hannah was trying to be polite. Hannah was trying to be kind. She was trying to compliment Jed, and her mom was like, you say you love you to all the boys. Like, she was just very cold. So to me, they acted like they knew Jed already had a girlfriend, so maybe that's why they were not believing in the process and were not receptive to Hannah. But either way, your son went on this show. Your son has made it to the end. If you're going to open your home to this show coming in, you should be welcoming and warm to your guest, and just be honest that you don't believe in the process. I know not every family is like a hugging, loving, over-the-top family like mine, but when you have a guest over, I don't believe she should have been treated the way the mom and the sister treated her. So that put doubt in Hannah's mind. So let's fast forward to the rose ceremony. There's 4 guys. For the fantasy suites, there's only supposed to be 3. Immediately, boom, Peter the Pilot gets a rose. Yes, that's my pick. He's still in. Boom, immediately, Tyler C gets a rose. Absolutely on board 1000% Hannah. Last rose. She is having such a tough time choosing between Luke P and Jed that she's like tearing this rose apart. She goes off camera, talks to Chris Harrison. She cannot make up her mind. She's clearly bothered by this decision. So she comes back out and she says, I can't give out the final rose. So what does Chris Harrison do? Delivers a 4th rose, 1 to Luke P, 1 to Jed. So now all 4 guys are going on to the fantasy suite round, which is the most millennial participation trophy award ending to the hometown dates in Bachelorette history. Everybody gets a rose. Everybody gets a trophy. It's so annoying. The 14 Bachelorettes before her all had to make this horrible decision, break someone's heart, and they're practically throwing up off camera because they're so upset. But not Hannah. Hannah gets to keep them around. I like that she follows her heart. I know that this is her life. This isn't just a show. This is not just a competition. But if everybody else has to break up with people, why does she get to give extra roses out? Why cut anyone? String them all along. Go on all these trips. Figure your life out. I don't know. It just seemed like a very today thing to do. I didn't like it at all, and I don't think it's right that 4 guys get to move on. When Jed got his rose, he was pissed. He can't believe that he's being that closely compared to someone as bad as Luke P, and he acted like a spoiled brat. Jed, to be honest, you're there for your music career. You admitted it. You have a girlfriend back home, and you lied to Hannah the entire time. Your family was cold as ice. You didn't even deserve to get that rose, so the fact that you're going to have an attitude and then challenge her, Jed is a sore loser. Jed is all about himself. Please see the guitar being in every scene that he's in. He's there for his music career, and I sure hope that he goes home soon. And as I also predicted, Luke P did not go home. He got to stay. So the epic tease, the fence jump of this season where Hannah puts his ass in a van and flips him off has to be next week. Also, in the preview for next week, there were windmills in the background of Tyler C talking. He's super flustered, so maybe Tyler C is the windmill guy. That is your Bachelorette recap. I cannot wait to get to these fantasy suite dates and to finally find out how this season ends. Thank you so much, producers, for throwing this little saltine cracker at a bunch of starving Bachelorette fans, because we have been dying for a full episode of actual content, not just a bunch of crap that you guys are dragging us through. So there is your grumpy, rainy, dark recap. Thanks for watching. I hope you could even hear me and or see me because I'm laying here in the dark. Yay! Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think below.